Hey everyone, it's December 30th, 2025. Tomorrow is New Year's Eve. And before we dive into one of the darkest stories ever told, I want to say something. Thank you. Thank you for watching this channel, for commenting, for debating, for sharing these videos with people who love cinema as much as you do. This year, we broke down films about trauma, identity, gods who abandon us, and monsters who never leave, and you stayed. So here's my wish for 2026. May you find the stories that change you. May you have people who see you, even when you feel invisible. And may you never have to face your fears alone. Now, let's talk about a clown who breaks all those rules. Welcome to Derry just ended, and it revealed something terrifying. Pennywise can see the future. He knows exactly who will kill him, and he's traveling back in time to erase them from existence. But there's one person he can't touch, the mother of his murderer, and the reason why will destroy you. Let's begin. Act 1. The finale that changed everything. What just happened? Welcome to Derry ended 3 weeks ago, and the finale confirmed what fans suspected since episode 1. Marge, the little girl who survived Pennywise in 1962, the girl who watched her friends die, the girl who escaped the Deadlights. She grows up, she moves away from Derry, she tries to forget, and she has a son. His name is Richie Tozier, and in 2019, Richie Tozier kills Pennywise. The show didn't just hint at this, it confirmed it. In the final scene, adult Marge is watching her son on TV. He's a comedian, loud, obnoxious, fearless, and she whispers, "You don't remember, do you?" Cut to black. Richie doesn't know his mother survived the killer clown. He doesn't know she carries trauma from Derry. He doesn't know that the jokes he tells, the fearlessness he performs, the bravery that will one day kill a monster, all of it came from her. She didn't warn him. She made him ready. And that's the most devastating parenting choice I've ever seen in horror. Hit like if this reveal broke you, because it should. The time travel problem. But here's where it gets complicated. Pennywise isn't just a monster. He's a cosmic entity that exists outside linear time. When the Losers Club kills him in 2019, he doesn't die. He gets sent back. Back to 1962, back to 1935, back to 1900. And every time he wakes up, he remembers the future. He knows who kills him. He knows their bloodlines. He knows their ancestors. And he starts hunting. The show confirmed this in episode 6. Pennywise sees Marge and pauses. His eyes flicker. The deadlights swirl. And for 1 second, he sees Richie Tozier. He knows. He knows this little girl will create the man who destroys him. So why doesn't he kill her? That's the question that haunts the entire finale. And the answer is worse than you think. Comment below. Did you catch the moment Pennywise recognized Marge? Or did you miss it like most viewers? The Deadlights explained. Let's talk about what Pennywise actually is. In Stephen King lore, Pennywise is the physical form of it, a shape-shifting entity from the Macroverse, an ancient being that feeds on fear. But the Deadlights are something else. The Deadlights are its true form, a swirling void of orange light that exists outside time and space. When you look into the Deadlights, you see everything, every moment of your life, every death, every possibility, and then you're trapped, forever. The show visualized this perfectly. When Marge looks into the Deadlights in episode 8, we see flashes, her future, her son, her death, Richie as a child, Richie as an adult, Richie laughing, Richie screaming, and then Pennywise dying. She sees it all, and so does he. That's the prison Pennywise lives in. He's not just a killer, he's a time loop. Every victim he takes, every fear he devours, every child he murders, all of it leads to the same ending. Richie Tozier kills him, and he can't stop it. Because if he kills Marge, Richie never exists. And if Richie never exists, Pennywise never dies in 2019. And if Pennywise never dies, he never travels back in time to kill Marge. It's a paradox, and Pennywise is trapped inside it. Act 2. The paradox Pennywise can't escape. Why he can't kill Marge. Here's the theory the show is building. Pennywise is bound by causality. He exists in a time loop where every action he takes leads to his own death. He kills children in Derry. The trauma spreads. Generations of survivors raise children who are either broken or fearless. The fearless ones become the Losers Club, and the Losers Club kills him. If Pennywise kills Marge in 1962, several things happen. 1. Richie Tozier is never born. 2. The Losers Club is incomplete. 3. They fail to kill Pennywise in 2019. 4. Pennywise never travels back in time. 5. Marge is never in danger in 1962. It's a causal loop. Pennywise can't kill her because her survival is what creates the future where he dies and travels back. He's not choosing to let her live. He's imprisoned by fate. And the show makes this visual. In the finale, Pennywise reaches for Marge. His hand stops. Not because he's merciful, but because reality won't let him. The deadlights flicker. Time stutters. The loop reasserts. And he screams. Because he knows he's already lost. Save this video right now, because when Season 2 drops and confirms this theory, you're gonna want to come back. The weaponization twist. Now let's talk about the human villain, General Shaw. A military officer who discovers Pennywise in the sewers, and instead of killing him, Shaw has an idea. What if we could control him? What if we could aim him at our enemies? The show reveals Shaw's plan in episode 7. Imagine it, a weapon that feeds on fear, unstoppable, invisible, perfect. He wants to weaponize Pennywise, release him in enemy cities, Soviet targets, anyone who threatens America. It's the exact same twist as Watchmen, create a false threat to unite the nation, sacrifice the few to save the many. And just like Watchmen, it's a horrifying utilitarian calculus. Shaw genuinely believes he's doing the right thing. He's not evil, he's pragmatic. And that makes him more dangerous than Pennywise, because monsters kill, but humans justify. The show even gives Shaw a speech that mirrors Ozymandias. Sometimes, to save the world, you have to become the monster. It's brilliant, it's terrifying, and it's uncomfortably relevant. Drop a comment. Is Shaw a villain or a patriot? There's no easy answer. The MAGA allegory. And here's where Welcome to Derry gets political. Shaw's plan isn't just about defeating communism. It's about creating a common enemy. Something so terrifying that Americans stop fighting each other and unite against it. Sound familiar? The show is directly commenting on 21st century politics, the rise of authoritarianism, the weaponization of fear, the idea that making America safe justifies any atrocity. Pennywise becomes a metaphor for manufactured threats, immigrants, terrorists, anyone labeled other. Shaw doesn't care if Pennywise is real or evil. He cares that people are afraid, because fear makes populations controllable. And that's the real horror of Welcome to Derry. It's not the clown, it's the people who would use him. If this analysis just made you rethink the entire show, hit that like button. Act 3. What Season 2 will reveal? The 1930s. Season 2 is confirmed. Set in 1935, the Great Depression, Dust Bowl, rising fascism in Europe, and Pennywise awake again. But this time, he's hunting the grandparents of the Losers Club. We know this because the showrunner confirmed. Every season goes back further. We're showing how it has always been part of Derry, and how every generation's trauma feeds the next. Which means Season 2 will show Marge's parents as children, Bill Denbrough's grandparents, Ben Hanscom's great-uncle. All of them connected to Pennywise. All of them creating the conditions for the Losers Club to exist, and all of them surviving. Because they have to. The loop demands it. Pennywise knows this, and it's driving him insane. The Deadlights as eternal punishment. Here's the darkest theory. What if the Deadlights aren't just a weapon? What if they're Pennywise's hell? Every time he traps a victim in the Deadlights, they experience infinite suffering. But so does he, because he's forced to watch the same future over and over. The same children escaping, the same bloodline surviving, the same ending. Richie Tozier laughing in his face, saying, "That's why you're going to lose, because we're not afraid of you anymore." And then the ritual, the words, the death. Pennywise has seen this moment 1,000 times, and he can't change it. The Deadlights aren't his power, they're his cage. He's not hunting the Losers Club, he's trying to break free from a story that's already been written, and he can't. That's cosmic horror. Not a monster you can't defeat, but a monster that knows it's already lost and keeps trying anyway. If this just changed how you see Pennywise, comment Deadlights right now. What Marge did. Now let's go back to Marge. She survived Pennywise. She escaped Derry. She had a son, and she never told him. At first, that seems cruel. Why wouldn't you warn your child about the monster? But here's what the show reveals in the finale. Marge didn't hide the truth to protect Richie from fear. She hid it to protect him from trauma. If she told Richie about Pennywise, Richie would grow up afraid, paranoid, broken, looking over his shoulder, just like her. But instead, she raised him to be loud, obnoxious, fearless. She taught him that the world is absurd, so laugh at it. She taught him that fear is just a feeling, not a fact. She taught him to trust his friends. And when Richie returned to Derry as an adult, he wasn't a victim. He was a weapon she built. Not with warnings, with love. That's the most powerful thing a parent can do. Not shield your child from danger, but give them the tools to face it. Marge didn't fail Richie. She saved him by letting him stay innocent just long enough to become brave. Share this video if you think Marge is the real hero of the story. Act 4. The secret nobody noticed. The detail you missed. Remember at the beginning I said there's a detail 99% of people missed? Here it is. In the finale, when Marge escapes the sewers, she's holding something, a small red balloon. But if you look closely, there's writing on it. Faint, almost invisible. It says, "See you in 27 years. That balloon doesn't pop. It doesn't deflate. Marge takes it home. And in the final shot, it's floating in her son's bedroom. Richie is 5 years old. He's playing with toys. And above him, the balloon floats. Pennywise didn't let her go. He sent a message, a promise. He's telling her, I can't kill you, but I will take your son. And Marge knows. She sees the balloon. She knows what it means. But she doesn't pop it. She doesn't throw it away. She lets it float. Because popping it would mean acknowledging the monster is real. And if the monster is real, fear wins. So instead, she pretends. She raises Richie in a house with a cursed balloon floating in his room, and she never says a word. That's not denial. That's the bravest thing a mother can do. Choose hope over certainty. If this detail just made you want to rewatch the entire series, save this video right now. What this means for IT Chapter 3. Yes, IT Chapter 3 is happening. Confirmed for 2027, and Welcome to Derry is setting it up. Here's what we know. The movie will adapt the ritual that finally kills Pennywise, but it will also show the aftermath. What happens to Derry after the clown dies? Does the town heal, or does the trauma remain? And here's the question Welcome to Derry is asking. If Pennywise is a time loop and the loop is broken, what happens to everyone he trapped in the Deadlights? Do they get released, or are they stuck forever? Marge might still be alive in 2027. She'd be 70 years old, watching her son on the news, learning he went back to Derry, learning he killed the monster, and finally, after 65 years, exhaling. That's the scene I want. Marge, old, sitting in her living room, the balloon finally popping, and her whispering, "You did it, Richie. You did it." Fade to black. That would be the perfect ending. So that's Welcome to Derry, a show about a mother who survived a monster, a clown trapped in a time loop, and a son who never knew he was always meant to be a hero. It's brutal, it's brilliant, and it's one of the best horror shows of 2025. If you made it this far, thank you. Not just for watching this video, but for being part of this community. We spent this year breaking down stories about trauma, gods, monsters, and survival. And every single time, you showed up. You commented, you debated, you shared. You made this channel what it is. So here's my New Year's wish for you. In 2026, may you find the courage to face the things that scare you. May you have people who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. And may you remember, monsters are only as strong as the fear you give them. Take that fear back. Happy New Year. This was 25th Frame. See you in 2026. Stay strange, and if Pennywise ever shows up in your sewer, run.